What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 20 of my Total War Warhammer 3 Zhatan the Black Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, we got ourselves a lovely little surprise as Nakai the Wanderer went north to attack Jiangxi, only to be ambushed by the Jiangxi rebels, our undead, well, not really quite allies, but let's say temporary allies until we destroy them and take their stuff. I'd love to reward them, but unfortunately the vampiric corruption is kind of a headache for us, so we probably won't be dealing with these dead. But anyway, still gotta appreciate what they did here. Anyway, in addition to that, we continue making a lot of ground in terms of fighting the SKAVEN here, and it looks like Kunlan and Xingpo will both fall shortly, and we will be moving towards both fighting the western provinces, taking care of all of these Cathian armies as the Burning Wind nomads are ramping up towards attacking us, and I'm sure Nakai will be back before long. We still haven't encountered Greasus, although I do imagine that we will do so as well fairly shortly, so gotta be prepared, and we probably will want to make Hanyu Port just as much of a defensive bastion as the as Jiangxi is. Yeah, probably. It's probably that they're going to come down this way. I'm not entirely sure, but we shall see. Hopefully they don't go this way. This would be the most annoying thing, because Shrine of the Alchemist and these territories are poorly defended, so we'll have to keep an eye on them. Anyway, we have a lot of stuff to do, but before we get started, this is the 20th episode, and being a 5th episode in the series, that's where I like to remind you guys not to forget to drop those likes and comments down below, as that is what the schedule and uploads and whatnot are based on. Engagement, YouTube, that's the way it works, etc, etc, etc. Let's get to it. Now, what can we do? First of all, you, Astrogruel, can you take out this little army? I can't quite tell. Is the garrison helping or not? You know, let's find out. Yes, the garrison is helping. Okay, good. Oh, thank you. I was so worried about having to chase the stupid little army around because they somehow got through our territory, but we're okay. Good, little tiny bit of damage, little tiny bit of labor, but I'll certainly take it. Mission issued, Scent of a Rat. Where is this? Baleful Hills all the way down here. I'm going to try to remember that. That is a fairly decent reward, 3.6k after all. So that's one that we might like to get. Also, Astrogruel, you're probably going to be having to hold against plenty of Cathians, so let's get you some gobos. I'm very tempted to keep upgrading the vineyard. Well, let's at least upgrade the vineyard. We won't upgrade the monastery yet, but we need this tier 3 as fast as we can possibly get it. You can also keep building goblin laborers, and yeah, I know that these things are costing us money. We'll get rid of them eventually, but for now, we need defenses, which the Chaos Dwarfs should be pretty adept at. Internal recruiter Zork. You need to head towards the Terracotta Graveyard in Po-May, wherein you can get Infernal Guard and some other stuff. We could also have you move towards... Ooh, we actually have access to Bull Centaur Renders with dual axes, which means we wouldn't have to access them via ally recruitment, and I did want to get one of those to Zhatan. You know what? You're going this way then. Go, go, go. You can bypass Po-May for now, and we can build them out of here. And I don't want to do a global recruitment because it's kind of garbage, because of the massive increased cost. Tordrek Dumtamer? Dumtamer? Yeah, sure. You are supposed to join this army, though I wanted to replace the Hat Cannon and put it in SKAF's army, which means maybe we could wait on you. Also, is there anywhere that you can reach right now? Damn. I was hoping to get you to Steel Tech. You know what? I have an idea. You're actually going to move south, and we're going to use you to Steel Tech. Instead, we'll just get a new mage for these guys. I believe. Oh, we have Castellans available as well. Greedy is okay, but I think there are better ones. We can wait on these a little bit, and if time passes and we don't get a good one, we'll just mill through them. This is the one I wanted. Extravagant. Cooldown reduction to lower fire and effect duration. Yeah. You will be on the field. Province secured Warpstone Desert. You can head down to join Yobaz, my friend. And I believe that's it for this. Now, with nobody else to move and presumably no points necessarily needed to be assigned, we've got buildings to build, and then we can go next turn. So, oh, actually, no. We have labor. Ooh, minus 11 at the lands of stone and steel, definitely setting an example there. And, oh, wow, our labor is actually... Okay, we need our caravans to bring back some labor, or our convoys, rather. And they're kind of in an iffy situation. Forests of the Moon. You need labor, you're not really producing anything. Where is Forest of the Moon? Is it one of these new territories? This is Celestial Lake, and... oh, it's this place. Yeah. You're probably gonna need a lot of labor. I'm just wondering whether we keep accepting it for now, but yeah, we probably should... oh, look at that. The control reduction is terrible. You know what? Don't accept new labor. We'll transfer labor here rather than accepting it. Here's the thing. With the control being so horrific right now, and especially as we conquer the rest of this territory, and while the SKAVEN corruption is still up, we're going to have a massive control problem here, which will mean a massive labor loss per turn. So rather than bothering to produce a little tiny bit of raw materials, I think we're better off waiting on that. We'll also wait on the upgrades there. Alrighty, which means you're okay now, labor. Yeah, we can't really move any labor out of anywhere. Alright, which means buildings and no rushing. No rushing at all. Oh, wow. We could upgrade the Volary to tier 5. Which increases our, let's see, Conclave influence by 6. Do we want to spend that much raw materials on this right now, though? Tier 5 would give us access to the highest tier stuff, including the big tanks. The various types of Dreadquake mortars pulled by various other things, but at this point we can't really afford too many of them, and I still want to get a Skullcracker for somebody. So I think we can wait on that a little bit, but at tier 4 and maybe tier 3, we can prioritize those. Alright, wait, lands of stone and steel. You know what? You can actually get the underground caverns up and running right now. And this place, once again, does make a lot of stuff for us, so I think we want to invest in this province quite a bit. 2.8k. You know what? Just do it. It's expensive, but do it. Wei Jin, and ooh, hello. Locked stores, yes, and we can't get the additional spices, but that's okay, we will later. Wei Jin, we will want the demon smithy here, but we want these everywhere. Lovely. And we'll also, we will, not to worry, start building the control buildings everywhere as well fairly soon, especially in provinces that have a bunch of bordering provinces. It's just that for now I think there's a bunch of other stuff that need to be built. Let's get another altar of fire for the research and for the demonsmith sorcerer, though it does cost quite a bit in the way of armaments. And I think we need to save the rest of the armaments for now, because we do have convoys that are going to be up and running shortly. You are looking okay, Hai Chai. And we'll leave you alone. Anything else that'll make us money? The ports will, but it is not super critical. Nan Li, you're gonna need an upgrade, but not right now. Shang Yang, you're okay. And I believe that's it. Okay, so that means we can upgrade one of these places. You know what, maybe we upgrade Chimai after all. Yeah, just do it. I'd like to get these places to start building their refinery buildings. After all, with the fairly decent amount of output that we can get from both armaments and money from these ports, we should still, it should still be worth it regardless of the pretty insane cost in raw materials. Anyway, I believe that's it. We will have another seat available in the Conclave next turn, and since next turn is right about now, let's end the turn and head towards it. Wait, Commandment, Masterful Architects, yes. Alright, now we're good. Let's hope that we don't get attacked anywhere where we currently don't have good defenses, and here we go. Should probably take another look at Diplo, though. It's been a while. Did I see somebody move out there, or was that just Lumpia running around in our territory? Man, it's so interesting that SKAVEN corruption is, like, it doesn't screw up the land in the way that ours does. Kolek, don't attack us. Military access. I was going to betray you, but okay. For now. Honestly, we can't get another war happening right now, so Kolek, sure, buddy. Military access. Why not? Alright, and how are we doing out here? And, what is this? Take shortcut to lose 50 cargo, which is not that bad, actually. And we just lost... Wait, did we lose 100 cargo recently, or did we gain 100 cargo? I don't remember whether that was in this convoy or whether it was in another one. You know what? I think we're not 50 cargo. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, just keep moving. I want to... Whoa! Ecstatic legions have been destroyed. Trespass warning ignored. The western provinces. Where are they now? And damn, Shife. He's moving towards the Shrine of the Alchemist. That's quite annoying. Zhao Ming is probably getting ready to attack us in 3 turns, which means we can probably jump on and attack him as soon as we're able. So Yobaz, that'll be your job. SKAF, you need to go after the rats. It looks like they will be able to reach Shrine of the Alchemist, unfortunately. And they don't have a great army, though, so maybe we can get a temporary lord to deal with it for us. You go here, or run after Shife. Although it does look like more enemies will be coming for us from the south shortly as well. Zhatan, you need to take Kunlan. Do we have defenses here? Close victory, but not really much in the way of defenses. I think we'll be able to auto-resolve that. Another fire or infernal guard capacity, new convoy contracts, and more importantly, Tower of Zharr. Maximum number of active convoys +1, Grand Architect. Claim seat. Beautiful. Now we have the next level unlocked, so we need to get to 300 ASAP and then get the really good stuff here. Beautiful. We'll be ignoring these two in favor of what we have. Looks like we're doing pretty good influence-wise. Hopefully we don't lose any of these to our rivals. Tower of Zharr Tier 3 unlocked. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Steel Tech, don't you dare. And that is tremendously rude. Veteran Convoy Master. We don't actually need to use that right now because we do have a free convoy, which is you. So you can go where you want. And we do want you to go, go, go. Alright, skill points. Local guides, cost of shortcuts. Actually not that big of a difference. 15%, 10%. So 50 minus 10%. Yeah, it's really not... It doesn't seem that worth it. I think I'd rather go cargo capacity and the other stuff here instead. Oh wow, we could also doubly reduce the attrition that these guys might suffer. But I think this level can actually be done while in the field, whereas this one has to be done beforehand. So, create new convoy. You... Oh, Monster Commander. That's not one we have. I'll try to add it yet. You, connected. Alright, this isn't... Okay, yeah, for a second I thought that the entire army was just a bunch of dwarf warriors, but no. The army is quite nice. We got the Giant, we got a War Mammoth with a War Shrine, a Man-Eater unit of Vargulf, and a random unit of Graveguard. I don't even remember getting that one, but sure, why not? Although this unit is going to be one of the most sacrificial units in this pile of units. Anyway, you, army panel out, add master in, and we gotta send you somewhere. And the question is where? Probably up here somewhere. We got money for labor. We already sent someone to the Silver Tower. The Bay of Blades, 500 armaments for 900 labor, but only 5 turns journey time, which ain't so bad. 500 money for 300 labor, or we could do 8 turns for... It's not bad either. Oh, wow. 1,000 labor for 7 turns. But we would have to go through more dangerous territories. Nonetheless, this might be worth our time. You know, let's do this one. We're not at war with anybody here. Or we could take 5 turns and get 4,000 money. Which is nothing crazy, but right now we do need a crazy amount of money. You know what? No, we're gonna go Castle Drakenhof rather than the labor. And yeah, we need labor as well, but we're about to get labor from the other convoys, so let's do that. Alright, away you go. 3 convoys on the field. You're going to bring back a decent amount of cash next turn, and then you are going to bring back labor in 6. Lovely. Alright, and hopefully we will get the research soon that will give us even more. You, Yobaz, are going to attack Xingpo. Wait, where's that tech thief? In fact, I'm just going to rename you Tech Thief, because clearly we need tech thievery. Tech Thief. Dumb Tamer. I take it that means he tames orcs. Let's move you down here. And we can both keep an eye on these territories as well as... Aha! Where are you going? Yeah, keep an eye on these territories as well as Steel Tech. Keep building Goblin Laborers, and you keep building Goblin Laborers. It's a bit of an expense, but I think it'll be worth it over time. I'm really a little bit concerned about these guys sailing up the coast, though. It would be quite ugly if it happened, so we'll have to watch out for it anyway. Yobaz to Shingpo. And auto-resolve it, there's nothing there. Alrighty, and we're gonna occupy it as another outpost. Yes. Lovely, SKAVEN revealed, and what do gems do for us? Income from gem and gold mines, so income from yourself for local province. Raw materials reduction for a pretty big income generation. Huh. Gem refinery. Does anybody know, does this count as a refinery building for the purpose of... things that buff income from refinery buildings? Or does it count as a separate thing? So it's a very solid amount of money. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make use of that. Yes, but we will not accept new labor or anything here yet. Though we will shortly. You, head to Kunlan. Auto-resolve it, no problem, and occupy it as tower. There we go, we really needed that labor. Force of the Moon secured, beautiful, and the SKAVEN are most definitely on the back foot now. Let's get you Masterful Architects, we can... You know what, let's get the ramparts up and running anyway, regardless of the fact that we don't get the reduction right now. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. And I think in this particular place, we'll want to build the patrol routes pretty much immediately. Or the control. This place is going to have a lot of control problems, because it's going to need a lot of labor. But it is what it is. As in, it's hardly surprising, and we're prepared for it. Now, speaking of labor, first of all, you and you both need to set an example. So Stone Sky Foothills and Imperial Road. We also have problems in the Plains of Shen, and we now have problems in the Red Wastes. Although I suppose in the Red Wastes we could transfer labor over. Ancient Giant Lands we can also transfer over. Is there anywhere where we really want to rush something? Well, we do have okay amounts of labor now in several places. Wow, Warpstone Desert is really not losing a lot. Yeah. Maybe we do start transferring labor to here after all. Alright, accept labor then. If that's the way we've got to do it, that's the way we'll do it. We are going to then strip mine, and we cannot build this yet, but we will instead build the money pit and the money pit. And if anybody knows, let me know about the gem mine, as in whether it changes, whether if this is a factory or an outpost. Everything else is more or less okay here. Now, we need to transfer, let's see. Workload plus 300, workload plus 300. And yeah, so we're gonna need like 900 workload here, aren't we? Wait, we're at 400 despite... Oh yeah, this is 400. Yeah, so we'll need 1,000 labor in this province, ouch. And if we transfer it right now, the public order being kind of problematic ain't great. What are we at, by the way? 27. So we're at 10% loss per turn, ouch. Yeah, that's kind of not great. I guess we transfer just up to 400 right now, or maybe 500, and then we transfer the rest afterwards. Probably the better way to do it. Alrighty, so, Warpstone Desert, let's say 2 out of here. And the Ancient Giant Lands, let's do 400 like that, and then we'll transfer that to... It's Forest of the Moon, right? I think that was it. I hope so, because that's what we're doing. And you know what? Oh, we could set an example here right now. Which will mean more transfer, but it'll be worth our time. You know what? Yes, let's do that. Let's go. Forest of the Moon. Set an example. Then we'll transfer a little bit more from, let's say, the Red Wastes. Where are we, Red Wastes? Right here. 1, 2... Let's do 3. So that your public order isn't horrendous. And then send you... If I can find it. Forest of the Moon. Yeah, as our empire grows, this is going to get more and more annoying, so we'll probably want stability with regards to labor. Just so that we don't have to constantly be in this panel. And there we go. Imperial Road is one short. Okay, so we can transfer one out of the land of steel and stone, or stone and steel, I guess. Or actually, no, one out of the warp stone. Wait, no. One out of the ancient giant lands, because we don't care about that one, and then one here. Lovely. And then Celestial Lake is actually in need of labor as well. Wait, what? Celestial Lake is the defensive one, right? It's this one. It does have a single outpost, after all. I mean, I guess we could put it up to 300. Alright, fine. Accept new labor, and then we'll give it 300. You, Land of Stone and Steel, don't need that much. And then you don't either, and then to Celestial Lake. We go. There we go. 100% efficiency everywhere. Other places will be factories. Labor surplus 100. Oh, did I double-click something? Apparently I did. Which place is gonna run out of labor next? Looks like Imperial Road, so let's bump that up. Wait, what? Labor surplus minus 100. What? Oh, did we take it for... What the heck just happened? Okay, whatever. I have no clue what I just did there, but whatever. As long as it's balanced. I don't want to look at it again. Okay. It was slightly bizarre. Now, what do we build? What do we do? Can we move anybody? Should we move anybody? You could move down here to defend Jiangxi. You were supposed to be a Templar. Well, I guess you want to kill this guy first anyway. Regardless. Chase after him so he's not annoying us here. And what is this? Quest issued. Whoa. The Golden Bands of Grimnir. Slayer for Chaos. I like the sound of that. Campaign movement range, hit points, spell resistance, ability, entities cannot die, and Vanguard deployment. Spell resistance 40% though is quite nice, though it's only... It is a talisman, which means no ward save. Ancestor Relic of Grimnir. Interesting. Alright, well, we will obviously do that, not right now, but we'll keep it in mind. Oh! We got all the... I guess this is the Ancestor Relics. Ever-Burning Helmet of Grungni. Melee attack +5 for all units and army. Oh my, that's quite nice. And upkeep reduction for artillery and war machines. This would actually be perfect for Zhatan's army. Assuming that this does work on heroes, this would be absolutely perfect. Grungni's flaming helm enabled him to see his way when tunneling the Dowie to safety, so they could regroup and face the ruinous stranglehold. Hey, that's my favorite stranglehold. Gripping the world. Alright, well. And then there we go. Wait. Whose quests are these? How do we access these? Because they should be on the side here. Wait. Does Zhatan have those? Let me just see here. Quests? No. How? Is it an objective? Ah, yes. Okay, Major Ancestor Relic of Grimnir and Valea. I haven't seen this one yet. The Healing Salve of Valea. Control +5 all province, enables replenishment in foreign territory. Very nice. Melee defense +5 for armies and physical resistance. Quite nice as well. Alright. Well, we'll obviously do those. Are these part of our victory condition? In fact, what is our victory condition? What do we have here? Current total, 35 out of 80, working on it. Hold, Zharr, Nagrund will work on it. Karaz, Karak, Karakadrin, and Grimgor Zard boys. Not quite there yet. Ooh, we get more relics. Missile strength for missile infantry, war machines, and artillery units. And range increase. Well, that's quite nice. Yeah, there's some very nice relics that we will hopefully get access to. But anyway, for now, let's build stuff and then let's continue. What can we or do we need to build? I was hoping for another money pit. Or we could do this. You know what? Let's get the control building. It's only +1 control in adjacent provinces, but once we have 1 billion of these, then, well, obviously, we'll have a lot more control. Hai Chai, we could do control here, but you're kind of far from everywhere. and you're probably better off building the demon smithy, but we're going to hold on to the armaments for a turn or two. Red Fortress, you're kind of in the same situation. Chimai, yes, we'll upgrade you, but not now. Warpstone Desert. Well, it would be nice to upgrade the place. Nah, you know what, let's upgrade it. Well, I'm not 100% sure that it'll survive, but nonetheless, let's go for that strip mine. Celestial Lake, Jianxi, yes, definitely tribute collectors. That's the thing I was looking for while going through these. And I believe that's it. We could also upgrade Yeti Peak, but I'm once again not willing to invest in that right now. Alrighty, that looks good to me. We've spent our stuff, which means we can go next turn and continue. Other than you, new wizard man, you're supposed to join this army, so you can move out this way as they will jump over. Alright, and then internal recruiter. You also need to move to Nanli, where you can build... Oh, you can build a Kadai as well as some centaurs. Very nice. And that's where you're going. I guess we're also going to build a temporary lord down at the Shrine of the Alchemist just in case... Oh, we don't actually have the money, unless we want to sell off labor somewhere. I don't generally want to sell off labor. What do we have in terms of available friendships? A Legion of the Gore Queen wants to trade. That's funny, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, not going to happen. There's no real point. Clannishan really want peace, but we don't want it. I guess the only way to fund the Shrine of the Alchemist's survival is going to be a labor sell-off, and that sell-off will happen at... 55, Neither of these are particularly good labor sell-off places. And yeah, we could transfer, but I kind of don't want to do that either. It's 200 labor, right? For 150? Yeah, unfortunately we don't have any free labor to okay, fine. Then, in that light... then we'll transfer a couple labor over. No, there's not a lot of places where we can transfer labor over. Let's go Stone Sky Foothills and Eastern Steppes, I guess. Alright, like so and like so, and then we'll transfer them over to... I forgot which I can't believe this disappears when... Okay. Game, why are you like this? Alright, so, Red Wastes is one place where we can sell off. Game. 1, 2, and then to the Red Wastes. Accept, and then we can sell off here. Good. And then we can get a temporary lord up and running at the Shrine of the Alchemist. Let's double check them all. Conceited, mass source for profits. Selfish. If it wasn't for supply lines, I'd get this, but because of supply lines, it's kind of worthless. We still don't have a Lore of Death guy. I'm not sure I like any of these. But metal is probably best for defending. Let's go with Hated, I guess. No one likes him, but he really couldn't care less. He has an extremely thick skin, figuratively and literally, it seems. Alright, Kalon Ironwill. Now let's get you. You're gonna cost us quite a bit. Yes, quest issued, and hey, short victory achieved. Oh, that was part of short victory, and what does this do for us? Major relic missions become available. Workload requirement for raw materials minus 15% to all provinces. Oh, that's nice. And raw material consumed by buildings. Damn, that's real nice. I didn't even realize, but I'm real happy about it. So wait a second. So does the long victory only give us these? It doesn't actually give us a buff? Oh, that's a shame. They're nice items, don't get me wrong. But it would have been nice to get a buff as well. Now we're making nearly 5k raw materials, which means, yes, we are going to start building these places. And we're going to start making them make us money. As in the ports. As soon as they're ready to go, mind you. Alrighty, so now we can skip and end the turn, and then try to find ourselves a nice proper battle. Getting closer to Jiao Ming yet again, but we still do have to chase Shife down. Let's see where he goes. Ah, Garisi has arrived. Okay, so regardless of where Shife goes, I fear that SKAF needs to not go after him so much as go here to Shangyang, and it looks like Shife is actually going to stay here. Interesting. I wonder if we need another defensive structure here. As in an upgrade to the defensive structure there. Sacrifice to Mathland, don't care. Faction destroy. Oh, come on. Who did that? How dare you? Kislev. Wow. I'm actually kind of impressed. I don't usually see Kislev get so powerful. And they're doing good. Wow, look at this. How many territories do they have? 17. Oh my. I don't think I've ever seen Kislev do well, much less this well. Quite impressed at it, actually. It's gonna be a problem when we inevitably get into a fight with them, because they'll be in our way, as in the way of our convoys. But it is what it is. Speaking of convoys, 5-4, and one is back, which means we can either get a new one or something. But wait, there's more. We could get Overseer Organization right now, but it does depend... Oh, right, in Wartime Economy. Let's go Wartime Economy first. We are building military buildings periodically. Although right now we're not building all that many of them, to be honest. Now, you know what? Let's wait on this. I'm just wondering, is Overseer Organization going to benefit us over the next 3 turns? So you're back in 5, you're back in 4, and whoever we get next is going to be up and running in a while. Yeah, we can get these guys to level 9 now. 2 blunderbusses versus... I still think Covert might be better. Although the blunderbusses will pay for themselves quite nicely. 4 Infernal Guard versus 4 Dwarf Warriors plus a couple monsters. Ambush Defense chance plus 25%, and character... Ooh, free experience. I'm kind of tempted to go for Covert over Monster Commander, actually. Let's go Covert. Hire an Ad Master at rank 9. Yes. Alrighty, and then you, Mr. New Master, we're going to level you up. Immediately. Skills. That hopefully will pay the bills. A cargo capacity, better scales for better sales. And I think we just go 2 in this, and then 2 in this. We just pop 2 in every one. I'll level them together rather than maxing out better scales and cargo capacity. Not 100% sure that's the most efficient way to do it, but nonetheless, that's what we're gonna do. So create new convoy, and a new guy, Covert, rank 9. Porkadai Domination, guys only at rank 2. Ad Master. And where will we send you? So, we are at war with the ogres down here. We need to send you somewhere close. We could do money for labor back here. We could do... Wait, did we not send somebody to Bay of Blades? I guess we sent somebody elsewhere. Alright, let's give it a try at Bay of Blades. Like so. Traveling, at least in part, through other Chaos Dwarf territory. And let's bump you up. 1,000 labor back. Lovely. Away you go. More convoys, more levels, more everything. Now, Scav Stonebeard, you have things to figure out. So you can reach Shangyang, you cannot really reach Snikch. However, so here's the problem. Greasy might attack Shangyang. We've got another couple of turns, I think, until the western provinces can attack us. Ooh, also, before I forget, you jump over here. You're gonna head directly towards Jiaoming and acquire his defeat trait, at which point we'll be able to finish up with that. You guys should be able to defend yourself against this little garbage army, but we will still try to give chase to it with you. And meanwhile, Zhatan, you need to march southward. Or jump southward? They're about the same. It looks like we can jump a little bit further. And when I say jump, I mean underway. Alrighty, and ooh, 2 armies here now. But they have to break through Jiangxi. How are they gonna do that? Only they know. We still need to go down there. Alright, but none of that really answers the question as to what exactly we do with SKALF. I'd love to take out Snikch's army here so that it doesn't bother us. If we do, there's a very high likelihood that Greasy attacks us in the field, and on top of that we will suffer attrition. I'm also not 100% sure that we can actually catch Snikch. So we attack him here, Snikch will run here, we go into march stance to follow him. Can we reach him? I don't know. But I think we have to give it a try. So, let's level you up and let's try it. We can't just sit here after all. Firing drills for you. Keep leveling up all of these nice range units. 76 damage on the various blunderbusses. Oh, wow, the Granite Guard actually have lower levels. Huh. Lower damage, I mean. Well, that's a shame. I'm crying shame. Attack. I'd love to get the Grease's defeat trait, and Grease's is a trait that is probably worth farming as well. And we are in range, by the looks of it. In March Stance, mind you, but in range is in range, so we're gonna send you in March Stance right... Oh! There's no... There's no attrition here. Amazing. Callan Ironwill. Looks like you were worth getting after all. An attack, close victory, and low casualties. I don't know whether we should auto-resolve this. On the one hand, it is a pile of SKAVEN slaves. On the other hand, if we take a lot of damage, then when we fight Greasus, it'll be a problem. You know what, I feel like we're probably better off not risking it, and let's fight it manually. Plus, it's always fun destroying massive piles of SKAVEN slaves. Here we go. Alright, an angry little speech from an angry dwarf. Let's see. You, Callan Iron, well, we're probably not going to be kept around, which is why you're angry. Though, wait, he'll acquire the defeat trait for Snikch for this. Anyway, here we go. I don't imagine this is going to be a difficult battle whatsoever. Snikch's army is actually a lot weaker here than it was when we fought him with this army last. Ooh, that's a nice shot. However, regardless of the difficulty of the battle, this is an extremely consequential battle for another reason. One, it'll kick Snikch out of this particular area, which means we won't have to worry about him moving north to the Shrine of the Alchemist, as well as just rampaging throughout our territory. Two, once we destroy him, we are stuck in March Stance, which means we may get attacked by Zhao Ming, and we may get attacked by Goldtooth right after. So we have to preserve as many of our units as possible, because they will be fighting, most likely, next turn, while their vigor is screwy. In that light, what we're going to do is, rather than have the army do a lot of the work, we're going to have SKALF do a lot of the work instead, which I'm sure that he's used to at this point. So it's spell work time, my friend. Let's see how much you can devastate the enemy forces all by yourself. Bale Taurus looks pretty fantastic, though, doesn't it? You gotta love this thing. Love the animations, I love the look. It's a great model. Alrighty, well, it's time for you to begin. We do have to focus down the enemy warp fire throwers in particular as best we can, mostly because those units are going to probably be the most threatening units on the field, other than the Deathmaster himself. Alright, first shot is going to be an overcast version of the Burning Wrath. It looks like two of the little vortexes do in fact land among the enemy warp fire throwers. There's that flame breath from our bound item, and there's that other Bale Taurus fire breath on them as well. The beginnings of what we can do only, however, as we've got more where that came from. Oh, it looks like these guys fire a little spew of fire at the Bale Taurus, though I don't imagine that it hurts it that much. In fact, I want to see, what's the base fire resistance on our guys? 35%. Yeah, it's not horrible. Unless you have an item still that gives you an additional fire resistance. Honestly, you'd think units like the Bale Taurus would, just judging by the way they look, would be pretty much immune to fire just in general. Anyway, another Burning Wrath gonna come down and land right in the middle of the enemy army here. And once again, that's not all. The enemy has very little it can do about SKAV flying over their army and annoying them like this, and yeah, they can certainly fire their slings, but the reason that I keep circling the enemy is that the AI is quite poor at targeting a flying unit with range units while it's circling the army. In fact, it's not just the AI, it's units in the game in general, so sometimes the AI somewhat picks up on this and either flies directly over your units or directly behind them, and then instead that forces your units to have a lot of difficult time targeting them as well. Alrighty, a nice hammer coming down on the enemy. Looks like a lot of scurry away is activated as well. And let's see how much we've done so far. The rest of our army is still moving up, but the balance of power is at about 80% in our favor. SKAV's killed 200 units, 205, and done 23k damage, but he is hardly done. Here comes another Burning Wrath in the middle of that blob. Beautiful. And there's that other Bound Fire Breath. And then we're gonna dodge a few of those rangements. Yeah, you see, I stopped him flying around in a circle for a few seconds, and now he's suddenly getting hit by all these slingers. That's what happens when you get lazy. I think at this point I was trying to aim the Flame Breath, but he keeps getting staggered by the slings, which is actually a little bit surprising. You wouldn't think that the slings would be enough to stagger a Bale Taurus. Not that that would make too much of a difference anyway. Anyway, gonna back off a little bit, and we do still have our healing potion available, so we're hardly concerned. And then we're gonna get that Flame Breath up, as well as a few more casts as soon as we can. And Deathmaster Snikch is in it to win it now, with him leading his forces forward. And there's that other Flame Breath coming down. Bale Taurus Flame Breath, I mean. A Flame and Shadow gonna come down as well. The bombardment effect, right when the enemy has blobbed up, and the rest of our army has now engaged. Though the enemy army has taken about half damage on a lot of units before we even got in here. There's that other effect of Flame and Shadow, and we're gonna get the Bale Taurus to land and start annoying the enemies as well. Alrighty, beautiful. And now, let's see what we're at here. Balance of power is climbing further and further into our favor. The blunderbusses have also just arrived, and it looks like before the blunderbusses even arrived, most of the enemy front line is crumbling. They are only clan rats and SKAVEN slaves. It looks like SKAF is up to 416 kills and 36k damage. He's basically killed off most of the enemy army himself, which is exactly what we wanted. Snikch is also running around, but is going to be taking shots from those blunderbusses concentrated at the same time. I'm not going to make the same mistake that I did the last time we fought Snikch and not focus him down with range, and down he goes. With the death of Snikch, the rest of his army will follow suit, and the battle is over. And just like that. Beautiful. Alrighty, quite the easy fight, but I'm glad that SKAF got the spotlight to shine. Though his army has gotten the spotlight plenty of times against Zhao Ming, it hasn't been SKAF himself doing the damage, and being up to 466 kills and 39k damage. He certainly did his work. And you know what? He's going to continue doing the work while chasing enemy units up, doing as much as he can, and same thing with our 2 units of runners. Looks like the enemy are moving in a blob kind of together here, which is actually good for us, because we are going to stop them with bodies, as in using the mass of the Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders to essentially force them to stop, while the rest of our much slower units, obviously slower than running rats, catch up. Ah, there we go. Usually I find the mass thing annoying when units get trapped like this, but in this particular case, this actually does work in our favor, because every extra enemy unit killed will mean more labor for us. And at the very least, we shouldn't take too much damage from this, as in from our own units. We are still looking to preserve as many as we can. And that Bale Taurus is also having fun right in the middle of all this. Anyway, let's see what we got. A couple more units remaining, but labor is labor. It looks like it looks like the Bale Taurus is at least doing a sort of spin to win thing as it tries to actually catch the remnants of those clan rats. Looks like there's 2 units left in there, and I believe that's all that's left on the map. All right, come on now. Last of the units. Move away. There we go. A very decisive victory, and it looks like we did manage to preserve most of our units. So let's see if we get attacked afterwards. Or wait. Well, we'll see. Hey, we got a Razor Standard from that. Very, very nice. Well, SKALF's army did okay, but really that was SKAF versus the rats. SKAF versus all the rats. 646 kills and 46,000 damage. I think he did pretty darn well for himself. He's surely come into his own over the course of the campaign. We got 1,000 labor on top of that. It'll be sad to see the rats go, considering just how much labor they provide when we defeat them. But, well, maybe there are other SKAVEN to farm, essentially. Alrighty, well, transport captives once again, and we will... As for the Razor Standard, we might want to put it on somebody else. And hey, Callan has the defeated Deathmaster Snikch trait now, which is great for him. And speaking of Callan, though, you're going to return to the Shrine of the Alchemist just in case. I'm hoping that it's not necessary for you to fight, but it might be an... Ooh, these guys have iron guts. Yeah, I feel it's fairly likely that Greasy is going to attack us here, especially with our vigor lost due to us being in march stance, so hopefully we can fight. What might happen, or what would be bad, is if SKALF also gets attacked by Jiao Ming on the same turn. I'm pretty sure Jiao Ming still has a couple turns to go before he can, but still, it's a very dangerous position. Also, Zork, you can move again, which means you're heading into Nan Li. In fact, let's go to the edge of Nan Li. And then you are going to be joining Yobaz shortly, who will finally be getting a sorcerer. You need to do several things. First of all, we need... Well, I guess we could get our first Kadai. I haven't decided which army that's going to go in, but I'd like to put them in one army. Any army, so that it's on the field. We want a Bull Centaur render with dual axes to join our other army, specifically to join Zhatan's army, and I want a Skullcracker. I want more of these units that we have... Okay, I went to the wrong tab. I want more of these units that we haven't been using so far. Hellforge, we need to increase war machine capacities. Probably upgrade them at some point, but I think we're doing good with our armaments right now, so I'd rather not go overboard. And oh, we should probably switch... You know what, fine, we can start recruiting these next turn then. You stay here. We'll recruit them next turn with a reduction on top of the recruit rank, which will be quite nice. Also, we have tech once again, and well, we do want... Oh, it also reduces construction time. Yeah, screw it, fine. We'll go for wartime economy right now, and then we might go oversee organization. 4 turns. By that point... Oh, the journey will be complete, but the convoy will not return for quite a while, so... Yeah, no need to get that upgrade, so we'll do wartime economy, and the next turn, we're finally gonna start going through sorcery. We really want to get malicious compliance for the control and the casualties, and we really want to get tyrannical decrees because of the bonus to the higher quotas, and we really want conclave dominance as well for the additional conclave influence, which will be necessary for us to confederate everybody. Not that our conclave influence is all that bad right now, mind you, but it can always be better. Anyway, I think with that, unfortunately, we're basically out of time, and while we do still have some admin work to do, we can do it next time instead. Speaking of next time, once we complete the admin and end the turn, Greasus will probably attack SKAF, so it'll be another SKAF show by the looks of it. And if he survives all of that, we will give him some rewards in the form of the Skullcracker, as well as some artillery of his own, which internal recruiter Zork will build for him. And I guess we'll need to increase our artillery capacity as well. But that's fine. Maybe we'll... maybe this is the time. Let me see here. If we take out one of the Gabo units... I mean, we do have a lot of range units in this army, though. But it is a very range-focused army, and the Gabos aren't even buffed. You know what? Merge units. Like so. And take out one Hobgoblin Cutthroat. And replace with the Iceforge Legion. 720 gold per turn. It's quite a lot. I don't imagine that this thing's going to be crazy useful against the ogres either, but I want this in Scav's army. He deserves a nice reward. There we go. And, oh, another Armor of Destiny. Well, he already has one of those, but we got new lords up and running, and soon Mr. Ayobaz will be a fairly strong lord as well, so maybe we will give him a... he is on his Lamasu after all. Yeah, so maybe we will give him a nice piece of armor as well. Anyway, as I said, ending next time, debut of the Iceforge Legion, recruitment of Kadai and Skullcracker and other stuff for SKALF as Zhatan and co. move southward towards all this, towards the destruction of the SKAVEN here, as well as the Burning Wind Nomads and the beginnings of the proper war with the Lizards. Hopefully we can manage this with 3 armies while SKAF deals with this. We shall see, so stay tuned for more Zhatan. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.